Thank you. Next is the member for Ottawa, Vanier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I didn't think I would have to rise again this week in this House to ask the same question that I asked twice last year. The government has had weeks to prepare a financial support package for Ottawa. Where is it? I've been talking daily with BIAs during the occupation and again last night to talk about the lasting effects of the loss of revenues. The BIA in our downtown core in Ottawa noted that, quote, "From a landlord perspective, our level of non-payment of rent is dangerously high. I have a large concern if the money doesn't flow quickly, we will end up with landlords defaulting as well." So am I asking the government, will the government commit to matching the money given by the federal government to these struggling businesses?
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for that important question from the member opposite. Mr. Speaker, there's no question that our government recognizes that the health measures have come at a cost, and particularly for businesses in the Ottawa region who have faced a unique circumstances with the occupation in that city. Mr. Speaker, I want to remind the member opposite that we have been there for not only businesses in Ottawa, we've been there for businesses right across this province, not least of which were highlighted by the President of the Treasury Board. Over $3 billion of support for small business grants to over 100,000 businesses, including many businesses, including the third round highlighted by the President of the Treasury Board, including the property tax and the electricity relief, including the deferral of $7.5 billion of provincially administered taxes, and I'll have more to say in the supplementary. Thank you.
Supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, I can't believe that there's no announcements for financial support. The business is struggling. Ottawa is the second biggest city in Ontario, and Ottawa workers are Ontarian workers, and the government should be supporting all Ontarians, not only in the areas in which the government wishes to win seats. 1,000 businesses in my riding could not operate, and that took away the paychecks of thousands of workers. It has already been too long for workers who are barely getting by. So would the Minister of Finance please tell me when Ottawa will receive desperately needed financial support from this government?
Minister of Finance.
Well, thank you again, Mr. Speaker, and a very important question from the member opposite. And as I look straight across here, I see a number of members from the Ottawa region, and we have many on our side of the aisle here as well, Mr. Speaker. A very important question, and as I mentioned in the scrum yesterday, we've been having conversations with those BIAs, with the people affected in the region. We're working with many counterparts, and I'll have some more to say in the coming days, as I said yesterday, and it hasn't been years, by the way. You mentioned years. You meant in the past few weeks. But we recognize the struggle of many businesses in Ontario, not least of which is Ottawa, given the unique situation there. We'll continue to work with businesses right across this province, because you know what? We're getting stronger every day. This province is getting stronger. We're building back this province, and we'll look forward to the economic recovery that all families, workers and businesses will look forward to in this province.